number 5, the Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Energy and Resources. Did he give an undertaking to the iwi leadership group that he would revisit government policy on nationalised minerals if Māori considered granting consent to mining on Māori-owned land?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Energy and Resources, no.
The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Supplementary. Why has the Minister engaged with the iwi leadership group on mining interests on Māori land but not consulted in good faith with iwi leaders on petroleum exploration permits like Raukumara and Tauranga? Or is consultation only something he engages in when iwi has something he wants?
Did the Minister hear the whole question?
Did the Minister hear, Mr Speaker?
Because I must confess I didn't hear the start of the question. If the Minister heard it, the Honourable Bill English.
Now that the Speaker's interrupted the flow, I have forgotten the question.
Sorry, my apologies. But I've asked the member because I missed the start of the question because of interjections on my left. The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Supplementary. Why has the Minister engaged with the iwi leadership group on mining interests on Māori land but not consulted in good faith with iwi leaders on petroleum exploration permits like Raukumara and Tauranga? Or is consultation only something he engages in when iwi has something he wants?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, iwi leaders, in our experience, have the same interests around mining as every other New Zealander. That is, some of them would like to proceed with mining because they're landowners or want new jobs. Others are opposed to it because they believe it has a negative environmental impact. With respect to the second statement, the Minister, as I understand, the Minister is heading to the East Coast to consult about the permits that the member is referring to. Of course he's going to consult with them.
The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Given that response, did the Minister give an undertaking to the iwi leadership group to amend the existing MED consultation process with Māori on mining applications to prevent a repeat of the Raukumara and Tauranga Basin consultation debacle?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, I can't answer that specifically about whether he's made an undertaking, but certainly it is the government's intent that to follow the same kind of process with iwi as with any other New Zealander, and that is to be transparent about where the government's headed and make sure their views are heard and taken into account.
The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Supplementary. Did the Minister give an undertaking to the iwi leadership group that he would amend government policy or the Crown Minerals Act to make certain the nature and extent of Māori interests in new, non-nationalised mineral resources?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, again, I can't answer specifically about what the Minister may have said, but the government does have an interest in ensuring that for all participants in the resource estate there is certainty about the rights, the obligations and the processes, and iwi have as much interest in that certainty as every other New Zealander.
Rahui Katanei.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister, has he seen the comments around mining from Mark Solomon, Chair of both Ngāi Tahu and the iwi Leaders Group, that it's about getting all the best information you can and acting responsibly as kaitiaki for protecting the land, and what processes has he established to ensure iwi will be informed about government policy on Crown minerals moving into the future?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, yes, I have seen those comments from Mr Solomon, and I think he's probably still a wee bit focused on having no mining whatsoever, when I think there are possibilities in the Ngāi Tahu rohe which would be quite positive, including providing jobs for members of Ngāi Tahu. The government is talking with iwi leadership about the best process to ensure iwi are well informed about government policy and on minerals and resources and can take iwi views into account. I don't think this will be difficult because it's a process that we put in place for a whole range of issues that we discuss with iwi from week to week in the same way as we do that with every other New Zealander.
The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Supplementary. Can the Minister confirm that the iwi leadership group were only interested in mining opportunities if it were not at the expense of the environment or contrary to the aspirations of its tribal members?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, I certainly would not want to represent iwi leaders' views. That's fundamentally their role. But in my experience, they have, as owners and managers of significant land and natural resource in New Zealand, they are well informed and well aware of the trade-offs between environmental protection and the creation of wealth and jobs, which after all is of as much interest to iwi in general as it is to the government.
Question number 6, Kanwaljit Singh Bakshi.
Mr. Speaker.